Now, there is one angle I have not covered, and it's much more darker and more manipulative than other people, and that is toxic naivety. Toxic naivety is when certain people will play some kind of victim card, will purposely put themselves in dangerous, bad situations around other people, either for their own enjoyment or to get off from it in some way, and then benefit from it elsewhere by milking it, turning into a victim and gaining sympathy and positivity from normal, innocent, unexpected people that have no idea what's truly going on. Does this happen offline? Possibly. Will it happen online? Most definitely. Because that's the place where people can connect and where you can come across all kinds of dark people and dodgy people. But a person with toxic naivety within their traits, they may act vulnerable, they may act a little dumb, a little bit dipsy, a little bit forgetful, but they know exactly what they're doing. Or at least within their subconscious mind, they exactly know what's happening. And they think that other people don't know. I'm not stupid. I can see through people. That's just a trait within me. Do I enjoy it? Not really, because I see the worst in some people at times, and it's not pleasant. But when people try and play mind games with me, normal people, it will not work, because I can see through and I'm 2 steps ahead. I'm not talking about criminals. I'm not talking about bad people in that way. I'm talking about supposedly normal humans that try and act in certain sneaky, sly ways to benefit because they think the other person is completely unaware. That's not me though. I am aware. But if we're linking back to toxic naivety, an individual will place themselves in a dangerous situation or around bad people, but they do it in a way for their own excitement, for their own enjoyment, because they like the thrill of danger. They like being in dangerous situations. Maybe they fantasize about it. But in the process, what are they doing to those bad people? They're just listening. They're just listening in, observing like a corrupt psychologist. They don't care about the individual themselves. No, that individual displaying toxic naivety only cares about one thing, and that's information. Hearing about the embarrassing stories of that person, hearing about how broken they are and how much bad stuff has happened to them. And then at some point, if that individual does snap, the person displaying toxic naivety will pull out or may get a little bit defensive. It depends how the person displaying toxic naivety displays or comes across towards those bad people. Maybe this individual may appear very friendly, very kind and caring, to the point where it ends up leading these bad people on. And because those people are bad, when the person displaying toxic naivety pulls away, that triggers a reaction from the bad people because they're already broken. There's already something wrong with them. So they get aggressive or they get violent or something bad happens, and then it puts the toxic naive person in the perfect position to be the victim. Like where you kind of prod at someone to get a reaction out of them, and you get it, and then you're the one who has the evidence, you're the one who holds the power over that individual. And then at some other point, when a toxic, naive person does actually come across a innocent, normal, caring, nice person, you know what that naive person will do? The fake naive people. They will milk their past. They will milk their so-called experiences for sympathy. Just like how people will fake, abuse and overuse health conditions, physical or mental, to gain support, to gain attention. They're all attention seekers, that's all they are. And when a toxic, naive person does come across a normal person that doesn't want to cause trouble, just simply wants to communicate, wants to have fun, you could call it. Like with a serial killer will take advantage of that sort of individual. A so-called individual who's naive, who is vulnerable, ends up taking advantage of a completely unaware person. It's quite a thing, isn't it? So what happens leading up or onwards? Well, maybe that individual that uses their past experience, even though they set themselves up for those encounters and results, they will use that to gain sympathy towards from that unaware person, and that unaware person may end up feeling sorry or may end up doing nice things for that individual, making them happy, trying to cheer them up, doing nice things for that naive person. That naive person appreciates it, but deep down they are enjoying it. They are getting all the attention. They really like it. They won't give, but they will take. Maybe the catalytic situation ties in once again in a scenario like this. It is very dark and it is disturbing. The depths and lengths people will go to. General public, normal people. People that may claim to be broken, but they're not. They're fully functioning and they know what they're doing. And that's what's twisted. You don't know who could be doing it. You know, other people would be thinking that. They don't know who would be doing that or who would bother doing that. But you know what? It's very likely that it's happening, and it could be happening right now. What's the outcome, though, of that innocent person who's just in there trying to care for that individual, or just trying to be a good friend, or trying to be supportive? That naive person will either get bored and then move on to somebody else. Reducing contact, reducing engagement, reducing interaction. They've got what they want now. That naive person moves on to the next individual. That is what will happen. But in between, whilst that naive person is gaining attention, they may also gain trust from that unaware individual, because they're sharing their own experiences. Now that unaware person may share theirs. That naive person is once again gaining intel and information from that person. And who knows what they do with it? They may share it with other people, or that naive person may even laugh behind that person's back, whether it's to family members or to other friends. They may be laughing at how much of a joke that unaware person is, how much of a sad life that person may lead. And that naive person is just laughing and ridiculing. That is messed up. That is what toxic naivety is. It's where individuals, to an extent, know what they're doing. They are benefiting from both sides. And the genuine, good, normal people, quiet people, people that normally keep to themselves, people that may be shy, are the biggest targets when it comes to toxic, naive people. Toxic, naive people will target shy, quiet people because they can get away with it. And they'll also target other people as well. So yeah, that is another analysis complete